Page 3, Praise to Shakyamuni Buddha. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Siddhartha, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Siddhartha, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Siddhartha, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, the teacher of gods and human beings, to you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer from the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme amongst humans, you are born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise then, I prostrate. With pure bodies formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With supreme signs, face like spotless moon, colour like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Saviour having great compassion, the Founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to you, the one gone to thusness, I prostrate. Purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime reality, to the Dhamma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha. To all 3, every devout homage. To all worthy of respect, the supreme faith, I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching. A star, a visual aberration, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble. A dream, a flash of lightning, a cloud. Seek and disciplines as such. Through these merits, human beings attain the rank of all saints, secure false, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of age and sickness and death. To page 15 for the Heart of Perfection of Wisdom Sutra. I prostrate to the Arya Triple Gem. Thus did I hear at one time. The Bhagavan was dwelling on massive Vulture's mountain in Rajagriha, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Bhagavan was absorbed in the concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound perfection. Also at that time, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, and beheld those 5 aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Then through the power of Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara: how should any son of the lineage train who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom? He said that, and the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara said this to the Venerable Shariputra: Shariputra, any son of the lineage or daughter of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom should look upon it like this, correctly and repeatedly, beholding those 5 aggregates also as empty of nature. All is empty, emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form is also not other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, oppositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, likewise, all phenomena are emptiness. Without characteristic, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not without stain, not deficient, not fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, no compositional factors, no consciousness. No eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visual form, no sound, no odor, no taste, no object of touch, and no phenomena. There is no I element, and so on, up to and including no mind element, and no mental consciousness element. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on, up to and including no aging and death, and no extinction of aging and death. Similarly, there is no suffering, accumulation, cessation, and path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and dwell in the perfection of wisdom. The mind without obscuration and without fear. Having completely passed beyond error, they reach the endpoint of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the three times also manifestly completely awaken to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequal, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, should be known as the truth since it is not false. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is declared Tayata Gate Gate Paragate Parasamgate Bodhisoha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Bhagavan arose from that concentration and commended the Bodhisattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, saying, well said, Sangha. It is like that, it is like that. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom, just as you have indicated. Even the Tathagatas rejoice. The Bhagavan, having thus spoken, the Venerable Shariputra said this to the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, and those surrounding in their entirety, along with the world of gods, humans, Ishuras, and Gandharvas, were overjoyed and highly praised, like spoken by the Bhagavan. To page 25 for the short mandala.
Zaje Jodon Zaje Jonon Lo Janjo Bado Dane Jasum Tage Chujin Jebe Sonam Je Dola Penje Sanje Dorash Sanje Jodon Zaje Jonon Lo Janjo Bado Dane Jasum Tage Chujin Jebe Sonam Je Dola Penje Sanje Dorash Sanje Jodon Zaje Jonon Lo Janjo Bado Dane Jasum Dage Chujin Jibe Sanam Je Dola Benji Sanje Doba Kanga Zenye Zewe Dawana Jeba Wanyi Demishine Denze Wadan De La Chaze Long Donyi Je Sande Jube Long Chiji Sinze Kanje Dindu Chana Vema Denze Jazo Long Zawa Denze Jende Long Dusho Bande Zewe Long Marabashi Dage Nyingara Bende Nishene Kade Jime Kone Jizande Kusanto Jingudu Zedo Sos Hoida, do Kulon Gom Destjara. Tirin Tanda di Lamrim Nia de Ne, Chigrani Chigu Tanda Mayin Bachi. A mission la Pendo to Teachit. Teach it in a Lamrim Yingi some.
First, correct good intention, motivation, thinking that one will listen to this Lamrim teaching not just for oneself, but to benefit other centimeters.
아야 다 가고 봐. 다 데레미 겨워들래 양장은 아니 람림 특이 중하다 미세들이 람림 돌아야 퇴바다 삼바시기 중하대 오늘 겨워상부인 팀지 가고 그랬어.
Rejoicing, thinking we have the fortune, the good fortune again to listen to Lamrim and listening and reflecting on it, rejoicing that.
다음서 텐저든지 삼데스 당이다로 아니 다리 근데 지금 이제 미르된 톱 안람된 퇴바다 삼바도 지기 총에 르된 근데 르된 쳐바지 도와들라 당서 대화제 저치 텐조르스 대화 추치하게 콤바이버로 추치하 콤바스나다 그거 비어바들 나 콤바이어만 해서 대한 수수 투주도 마더래도 투주 마드나 투주 통하려면도 세상 다이나 투주도나 르덴데들이야 추치 두고요로 세상 대화해야 돼 텐조해야 돼 근데 르덴데들이야 추치니 아니 수수 지글ung하게 줘봐대 겨울라 게베톨이야 아니 구투비야 땡 쳐버지 어딘데지 톱셔요래 아니 상당도나 대화제 줘주 니가 텐조 니가선 배가는 니가 뭐가는 니가 주가는 니가 어디서 대 상당도네 하고요라
We should reflect that we have the optimum human rebirth, perfect human rebirth, and then dependence on that basis, we can hear and reflect on the Lamrim. We can hear it and contemplate on it. It is qualified especially by these 8 freedoms and 10 endowments, 10 opportunities, particularly the opportunity to engage in Dharma. That opportunity is there free from the 8 states of non-leisure. So except for making use of that time, there's nothing that isn't missing for us. In that sense, having a body that has met the Buddha Dharma teachings and been free from these states of non-leisure, then you can make that support of being human virtuous by way of your physical and verbal actions, and then taking it deeper by reflecting you have the 8 and the 10, the 8 freedoms and the 10 opportunities, how difficult they are to come by in terms of their example, in terms of their number, in terms of the entity. It's good to reflect.
타드네 류니 아니 주어도라시 미다거와 그래서 먼저 자었음 주제고 타제었음 새도서 삼로다나 자었음 삼다시는 데도 치원이 남징이미 안치베지 주면도 강근이 매편 바세티 삼로다네 해줌제고도 말에 삼로다는 야고라다 수술로 된데로 한줄로 된데다 수술하니 내다한테로 나요
It's good to reflect on one's own reality, that one's body is impermanent, it is changing. And in that sense, thinking that there are these or these 9 reasons around death, the 3 roots, and then the 3 reasons for each of those 3 roots, and then the 3 conclusions. Those 3 basic roots being that death is definite. The time death will come is uncertain, and at the time of death, the only thing that matters is one's spiritual insight, the only thing you can take with you. Now, it's good to relate those contemplations to one's own body, one's own reality.
어이 다 치외지 치면도 강근이 매편봤어 대대 거에 내주리로 거에 내주 알아서 다 정말 진이치로 오래로 그래도 뒤용하는 저 자지 마시오 제야 잘라서 샤지 로고도 같이 스스스 가야서 잘라를 줘로다 안 뒤에 밀에 된라마된라 밀에 딩에 지지지리스니 먼저 다치 고라 몰라 미주망고 ane lo jadang lo tende lo mangwo gi ma lo ju ga la yor hanza sha ne do di ya wajre do ko be chig le sha je do di jada ne jala de ye de pen sto ka yo ma ro ngo chi di je ne sam da ma shin na dan do gang ye tyo ba sa nya ga yor shi ga la ba ro ko la de ja ji cha go ji senek di su simla 강에 들어서야 그냥가요를 삼는 다마시나는 로 제가 다 시글라고 될라 신나다 시로도 최최서야 되다 심 개와치 밀라 즉 펜심게 펜베심들어 미직니 숨 튼루직니 숨 롱바 코유로 들을 펜도시도나 어디 개와 바자들어 개와로 되게 다심게 되는 마치네 여치 뭐 언데스토 해로 하셔서 선바상고 치는 도 해로 하셔서 알아서 보고 친주 가시 당고 제원도네 지가 계좌야 시원도네 배 삼바상보 지가 계좌 잠보 시행이들 연구도 어디서 겨왕아마 인데 지다지 삼바상보 제약의 초 냠내야고 제베 다된 거요라고 가시 친주간에 배 콘도 사오 롱 사오 과디는 테스트 마드보다 무스테니도 너도 저리도서 아니 다 배디 미 겨왕아마 미지 임베네 배 밀레 요래 장자스 미마지고 제냐 södeny에도 그래 둔두지네 둔두카시 메 미다 둔두신을 강이 되면도 와 둔두카시 밀라 강이 제냐 되기도 하고 그래서 레슨이 견자 쉬우지도 알아
This third point of the three roots around death, that we are definite to die and there's nothing we can take with us at the time of death. Things must be left behind. Sometimes we might, whatever thing that you think is precious, be it an antique or whatever, that has to be left. Some people don't, old people, they might collect things that are like family heirlooms and kind of treasure them, but those objects, if clung to, could be objects of miserliness if one is not careful and create the cause for suffering. Whereas what will benefit at the time of death is chit, the dharma, the virtues, the virtuous imprints one has accumulated in the life through benefiting others. 1, 2, 3 people, you might have helped them or helped animals, been helpful in the environment. These good imprints you will take with you. This would be of benefit at the time of death. We can see that some children, when they're born, automatically they are naturally kind and they speak softly, have kind disposition, and this is because in the past life they practiced like that and those imprints have carried over. Conversely, some children, when they are born, are quick to anger, easily upset. In the last life, they have just made trouble for others, and now it seems those imprints have come. We can also see this when people have relationships with animals. Some people, animals just seem to give a hard time to, and other people, animals are attracted to those people. It's like that.
세상다 신이 년로메제 데미지 디기죠 군조스는 디지 장도신의 디 까나는데 랑도 수신들라 소송도 신의 년로메제 데미지 스타 당조 신이 전에 치워메다고 남rin 고문용도 장을 텐조 텐지 치워메다고 고문용도 다디 신이 거두고도 봐 다디 상당으로 수수 딩즈도야 겨와 심마 더신을 줘야 네 밀루토야 하유토야 딩즈에 동에 네 춘동의 송은에 메게 딩즈에 동에서는 대여 말 신행년도 메게 딩메징스로 다들 알아서도 그래 아니 다 딩메나 디네가서 다 접tum이라고 지 다는 배 저와춘에 매어르베 저와 세어르베 저와 관시에 매어르베는 제 매어 말에서 디네 년도 지과 동일에 접tum이지 아니 군조숨요레스 될 잠도 지기나 아니 년도기 지원에 겹터 그래 디지 요군도 순정에서 디송다 텐데 디지를 송다 디지 잠도신데 금전인데 인자 아니 잠도디 야고지 템보스디 야고지 고요 레송으로 디지 잠도신데 디 잠도 템보 용야게 아니 시름도디다 베직도디 아니 가나 랜데로 가고 랜데가 남샤 개벨레 치야 될라 개벨레다 가라서 룽하게 개와 치야 아니 미교 마치야 될라다 냠낸 치야 될라 레브레서 다 라레소 송도 제르무지 다 타제난도 식도 누가 좀 보셔야지라 근데 두 삼로단다 텐존지네 처음인데 와시네 일레준데 가도 상단제 신행연도 메지 땡메지 사 두스제제 니 잠도 jamdo yoya de jumzen tu jumzen de sin lege yormishi nangbare injimiji jamdo chegose tegu wa ke marwa de jumzen de nyendu dongale jigba japtoya nuba yoba inza ani 원조스는 jamdo chege yoresro
So in this text, there is a verse, although there is no certainty that after death you will not be born in the bad migrations, the three rare sublime ones will definitely protect you from this fear. So it is a given that death will come for us, but then the question is, where will we go after death? Does one have a choice? Could you choose Pure Land, human body, or not choose lower realms? No. As it says here in this verse, there's no certainty, there's no promise, guarantee that one won't go to the lower migrations. So if that is the case, then the next question is there no hope then? Is there no hope for us? Well, no, that's not the case either. There is a valid source of direction or refuge in the three jewels. And if there are fears around that lack of certainty of where you go after death, then the three jewels can protect you from that. However, the reasons here, you have to make them stable. There has to be a stability around your refuge. And then it goes on to say, in this verse, the three rare sublime ones will definitely protect you from this fear. In addition, thinking about the results of black and white actions. So being mentioned here is that these are the basic steps, the basic steps of refuge, to understand the black and white actions and practice therein. What are the black and white actions? They are the non-virtues and virtues, and practicing on adopting the white or virtuous actions and abandoning the non-virtuous actions. And then understanding refuge under that law of cause and effect. Then you have reasons in that sequential manner to take refuge. You're not just a Buddhist because you met Buddhism, but you are taking refuge under those reasons.
jamdo chege loju yorwa jungrim dachi tanda domba jumdende yumda gongbato dindaji jumdende thungne dindaji jele yung gongbato ra yum jumalhaje yumde sumjida sumbel henele jawala sumjida hanele jawale so hanele da di sumjida sumbel ne se den devel harwa dela ya chi 동해 열에 타도 식천부 열어 봤다. 도절해야. 봐. 아니 최지야 개와시다 매임브래. 진좀 되는 산제진. 아마 틀린스고래로 당고들다 아마 틀린스. 아마 거 죽동의식 수운되는 숨지다 소면에 겨울에 한번 되어도 세라.
Yeah.
근데네 주두도 봐. 아니 야피 아니 예 아말라야다 티진 수종도 티진 수종도 뭐 지금도 대 юм나 통마 юм나 숭배 쳐봐 юм나야 티진 수종도 만나 안데네 디네감들이야 하지로 하스니데 데벨 하단 술 하드제 데벨 하드즈르다 미세 아니 그 시갈라고데 둔다지 콘라네 그래서 자와시마 가왈링기 요데 신기요 뭐시도 풀어 leg 뭐시 있으니 대리 고라나 하면 신기요래로 제 인도는 하지게 달하지 박발을 겨울래 겨와시마 박발을 겨울래 당아 박발 겨울링도 겨와시마 다 박발 동에 가져요 박발 동에지 시기로 하고 아니 배 직다지에로 당아 배 겨와시마 달라 다 박발 겨야르샤 하대 장마 쉬죠로 아니 다 좀된데 뒤에 숨지자 숨내를 최송되고 있다는 좀된데에서 친지 안 좀된데를 잠도 채로 잠도신 좀된데를 잠도 채는 거라는 주 땅아 잡로치 시제네 좀된데 산제래 다 좀된데 투규디 쇼군조래 좀된데 그런 긴두군조래 잡성군도 다녀선다 될 잡수도 생비띵네 땅아 잡로치 선배 이제다 령게다 레와치지 제로 근데 내들 하디 치표네 저치마들 파벌에 저만시 미 총바 첨부지로 총바 축부지 불 겨래 근데 겨래면 잠마세 랍드 총좀 된들 저차선 좀 된데 때말 랍드 총 안세들 다좀 배고 마토거든데 총으로 한좀 된데 어당에 예 진주로 말라 대바당 뭐바당 이제 유니트스 잠도 채고레스 잠도 채위는 마타이나 니손라 마지바지 용거레스로 도스체네 낭베게 잠도 채고 데 좀젠도데 로주도데 도스총레스로
There's a historical account to validate the reasons for refuge and the ability of refuge to afford protection, and it is around Lord Buddha's mother, who, after Lord Buddha was born a week later, was born in the gods of the 33 God realm. And in that God realm there were gods, and well, they're of the desire realm. Still there, they had afflicted mental states, particularly jealousy. Jealousy was strong. Not really much chance in those desire realm of the gods to practice Dharma. But Lord Buddha saw out of his clairvoyance that his mother had been born there, and wanting to, his first enlightened activity, to repay the kindness of the mother, went there to instruct the mother in the gods of the 33 through his miraculous power. We take the 8 Mahayana precepts. These were first given there to Lord Buddha's mother, the story goes. Now, those gods in that desire realm and some of the form realm gods, 1 week before they're about to pass away, they have the clear seeing eye, the clairvoyant eye. Karmically, they can see where they're about to be born. And one particular god saw that a week later they would be born as a pig, and saw the suffering that pigs have compared to the extreme cleanliness of the god realm. So that produced some trepidation in that god being's mind. But Buddha was there at the time, so this god approached Buddha, and seeing Buddha as the essence of the embodiment of the 3 jewels, not only the protector, but having the true cessation and being an Arya. Then, with great devotion, said to Buddha, please save me from this future birth as a pig. And so Lord Buddha instructed that being to take heartfelt refuge and devotion. And at the time of death, instead of being born as a pig, was born into a wealthy or prosperous business family, and latterly became ordained and then was able to reach the fruition of an arhat. And Buddha actually said with regards to this, in the future, those who have faith in me and take refuge in me will have those doors to the lower realms closed. They will be afforded that protection. This is what this historically shows.
일단 잠도 채나 수수 루딩 채위나 근데 저거 연구요로 봐.
Yeah.
안저단다. 나 줘보지 봐. 그럼 자갈 수용 양자바 별치로 별치네 pöneda pölada detwe ke amare jami chö tu shela ro yo mare dujo ro yo mare da ngazu jagala be firi chembro ro be jaga be firi shuro an pöla firi de medu detu mun singdo ni logic sten kuransu yon konzo langa chini de misum je konzo mi beje ngapju sro konzo group mi ngapju je pöl da large of kangil dawa sum de be rizil komba jamle do khanla danda de khan be da shivu da pöl rizil khan shivu da ane ko danda nga thogbo de rogba de kangil da ugdamadon ugcheron ba ugchero ane konzo chinye de da de 위에는 미상마 시그레스 가서 미상마 시그들인 라데 칸데 파 도마토나 가서 상마 될라 시그레스 타고 샤워다 코 샤나마 시요 말스 팅에 들어 코데 샤워다 코데 샤는 데 콜로 따쟁 가서 데데위나 케트웨요 말 칸길로 강보다 가서 마 툼도 조도 메 강보 마티 배 갈래 쉬어진데 아니 그런 게다 저랑서 조스로 가고 계시가 가 코드는 코 시타는 거 정말 연구면서 코든다 옥당 것도 쓰라 그 옥당 것도 아니 그런 시타는 거 정말 연투서 말해서 그런 아마다한테 좀 아쉬운 가서 아 건조 상마도 코 내로보다 초보다 그런 민디 옥당은 대대들 그런 차와 다르기도 니가라 쉬고 다르기도 그런 단다 좀 점된데 꾸지요로 그래서 개롱이 겨울은 지난주 꾸춘 주죠 어디 chedo ande 그거 거는 샤 그런 차된다 잡으시스 거로 니가로 잠도 chedo 잠도 짱짱 된 그니니 잠도 된 잠도 che네 domba 좀 된데라 제지 소다 아니 코미 오야 스ön 옥당tum네 봐 고마자tum 아니 랑가도 집에 야고 강길 랑가로다 다산이 건니 생강 공부자는 관질을 되나 잡아자다 또 공부자 구조 자고다 그래다 관 땅데 잡아자는 걸 구조 맞아 수부 처음 맞으나나 까마가 주대나 차르다 상로다 까마직니 되나 개요 말이야 까마가 숨 대사나네 양자 구조자 강에 열잖아 그 가두나다 갈래 로다 구조자 도 건조산이 다음에 라홀레도 건조 로버도 다 군인이가 시사서로 건조 면람된 건조 법바 면람된 거라 미시잖아 건조 매 그룹도서 군이다 시차래서 면람된 군이 시여 말다 군이 말레토 그런 라고도 어디 잠도 되네 덤발라 소다네 건조 배 잡수시기도 하시다 근데 요르다 잡거다
I have a friend who was with me in the monastery but decided to go back to Tibet from India. He wanted to go back to Tibet. Well, this story is around the heartfelt refuge being valid, and when he went back to Tibet, he found that there was very little freedom to practice Dharma. In Tibet, because of being under the Chinese, no freedom, right? So then he thought, well, really it was in India, it was much freer. Like he could only stay 1 year back in Tibet before he decided to come back to India. So he started to return back to India with a big group, 50 all up, and it took them a long time to come over those mountain passes. They had a leader, but as they started to ascend the mountain passes, they came to very, very thick snow, such pervasive snow that my friend could not breathe. And then the leader of the group said, if we stay here to wait for my friend, Geshe's friend, we will all pass. We will die, it's too cold. Just leave him, we can't take him. But another monk stayed with my friend and said, you go on. I cannot forsake him here because if I did, the parents would be on my case for having left him. And then there was just ice, there was just ice, everything was just so cold. But this monk had a statue of Buddha that he had been given by His Holiness the Dalai Lama when they take the Gelong vow. Each one gets a small statue. So both of them really took heartfelt, very single-pointed refuge in that statue. And due to that single-pointed refuge in that statue and devotion, my friend started to get his breath back. And they knew that they couldn't stay still. So they had to keep moving, because they had some breath back. But they couldn't remain 10 minutes still in the ice, because if they stood still for 10 minutes, that was it. Again, everything would turn to ice, including their bodies. So 1 or 2 minutes was okay, then slowly go, then stop, then go, then stop. So at this stage, the group that had left them behind thought, oh, those guys are gone. They are dead. We will just pray for them. But because they had taken heartfelt refuge, it seems they survived this plight. And this is a story to illustrate that.
I had some experience this. I was escape to Tibet to Nepal. One night we are very danger area. Dam is called Dam, Nepal and Tibetan border. And we not allowed to touch. Morning 3:30, 2:30 we lived in the guest house. We have three people. And then so dark, just black, nothing see. And then somewhere, and then big light, and two guide, Chinese soldier with a gun. And then I saw, and then I did really prayer. My two friends say, "What are you doing?" I want to do prayer for Buddha. Please sleeping this two guys. And they say he's not working. Just do it something. We stay there 10 minutes in the dark corner and do prayer. And then we coming. Two guys they were sleeping with the gun, no moving gun with the gun. We see the shadow with the gun too. Maybe 15 minutes walk. At that time, my month only me. I don't have my two friends. Tangzi shukchum those did.
I had a very strong control.
Tangzi. ngana chigwa mishi mindus tinegal. ngana chigwa mishi. Toguni mindus did. This seven shows 정도. 세우 셔직 투지고 다지 당아 nga tegure samsara jara nga tungile te nga mende jana pesa kresro.
At those times the sense of clinging to self comes up really strong. May I not be killed.
Only
may I not suffer through being shot.
This area only me. I forgot my true friend.
Yeah.
And then we walk 30 minutes. Complete dark, nothing, see, nothing, very dark. And we lost the road. We go down, we heard some water sound. As it go down, the big follow water. And my two friends is a city boy. City, they don't know how to climb in the mountain. They all follow down. And then I told them, you stay here, I can find the road, And I couldn't find. Then I did prayer, Buddha, and I closed. Where's the Buddha show? Some white light, white. I'm go there, This is just Buddha show. I did prayer. I closed. I'm watching. I see something there a little bit of this area, a little bit of white light, and I follow it then. And I found a road looking there. Oh, walk maybe 30 minutes, and I found Then I throw rock, strong, and then my true friend coming. And we go like similar sheep go like that. We said, don't missing. This is space. This is right, And they come to me behind me, and we go like that. And in some part, we're falling down, falling down. And there are lots of bamboo, bamboo, big bamboo. And we the protect of bamboo. And I thought, now we don't go there. This is a very dangerous place. We just stay here in the bamboo bag, put like that. And we till sleep there. Maybe maybe 6 o'clock. Stay very dark, very very narrow road like that. And 7:30, and then we are way out. If they don't have bamboo, we are already gone. We gone. They don't have bamboo, gone. The new women, Tandanga de Kitchen, the Yomar, Dosan, Joachima, next ring, next left,
Yeah, if it had to be bamboo, into the next life, I wouldn't be here now.
Tomo Yorba, Tomulana Calore, Tomo Chu, was a very Tomo Chu Jessa, Tomo Young than the Yorba.
Like where water flows down?
Yeah, water flows down, and we are across there, and there are lots of bamboo, We halfway, we can't go up, very steep. And then we heard this water sound, something river sound, and we similar monkey, touch in the bamboo, and then jump there, and one bamboo this leaf on, like that, similar monkey, we got there water and go in the water, and we found a bridge. I told you that we see river, then there where's the road we can see bridge. Oh, this is a very 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 dangerous. If they don't have bamboo, I'm not here. I'm already next lab. Something go away. Unbelievable. At that time, I think I really believe something happening there, Right, the Susu Yiji channel, Chileuda, the Leach Doda. Yiji channel, Leach Dos.
So if one has the faith and conviction, something can change, something is there.
Just on that. That is a channel of Lamsa, Yiji to Lea Kagore. I guess you should the Sanjay Yunden to the Jangore, the Shena Yawara. And that Tini Inzang zo Jamdo Chevala. And it Chezan Jumzi Tindation to Jamdo Chegu. Jamdo Chevala, that dinner la. Just to a kind of just to a Jew just to a Jew, just to a Jamdo Junior. Jigbadan Tevas to save Shena, what that the any jail of the subject Madura. Jamdo Jew. Jamdo you, and it just songs you, just some labja than that Lamrin Dinala on the subject Shishado, a lady Madra, just to a Jew, and it just to a you, just to you, just somewhere too. Jamdo labjas didn't she that day, catch him sure.
It is difficult at once to have deep faith in Buddha. But if you reflect on the qualities again and again, you will get such a conviction why we need refuge. And there should be reasons behind that, going for refuge, to understand it, in a deep conviction. And in short, we're talking here about the causes for going for refuge. So there is fear and faith. And when you go through the library, there are these 4 attributes or divisions around refuge. So there's a cause, the object, the way you go for refuge, and the advice, having taken refuge, how you train. So those 4, and that's the way we will go through the subject of refuge.
So the all subject this or Niwa Jigdin Chima de Tap Dembala, Ni Dembala Jubico, Jam to Jangata, Dele Tamji is our easy Tevajans. Jigdin Chima de Taps, Jigdin Chima said the ne, Java Chima de Tap Shevresta. Adi subject koran be chinlam shambore dora.
Even knowing the outline heading divisions has great blessings and is very useful. So the subheading here is relying on the means for achieving happiness in the next life. Understanding that the gateway to the doctrine is refuge, and within that gateway, how to secure delek tamshe, how conviction in refuge is the source of permanent well-being. So those two.
세상 직된 데 기생만 저 자자임바.
Yeah.
adi samlo 양생 스탄 거도 먼저 직된 라이데 가라고 그래서나 아니 직된 소는 직배 된진서 그러와 저 깨지 직도들라나다 아니 산제 직된 차로 그러와 산제 깨지 말와 산제 주셔봐도 두제 담제 미다 그러와 직배 된진으로 이나 텔라 직된 스탄이데 갑디 지게요 말 직된서야 돼 레뇽게 아니 gen직 집에 된진들라 아니 직도에 요 대당 아니 레뇽게 gen지체는 중대와 여대와 대 아니 년배도 없지 바 매버 소윤데 아니 나 여대와 대 년배도 없지 매버 차빈자 아니 직배 된진서 다데 독슬람나 아니 고전디 야고시 레기도 안 들어
Now, in terms of securing happiness for future life, this word jig 10, literally the Tibetan translate says disintegrating basis, or a basis that is going through disintegration, which means future worlds. Okay, so we know that it's not the type of future basis of disintegration that a Buddha is experiencing, because although a Buddha is impermanent, they are beyond experiencing the satisfactions. Here, this disintegrating basis is talking about a future world that is attributed due to karma, a future life that's attributed due to karma and disturbing emotions. Well, on that level, we know that we are impermanent, but the cause of that impermanence is together with karma and disturbing emotions. That's one aspect of the impermanent basis. But the other aspect of it is that there is a countermeasure to it.
Nimuto.
It can be, how do you say, antidoted? There is an antidote to it, let's say. So those two aspects of the impermanence. Future life.
세상다 직내 치마 대회 탑스도 껴와 치마랑서 대회 연회 탑람 카레스나 다디 덴발라지베 그 cam도 시하고 쳐고레스 아니 델렉 탐제기 중내 싸와 대화장으로 델렉스도 가서 대화 아니 델렉스도다 덴도 대화 세고와 대화 레과 차 탐제 당조 디지 연된 공부해줘야 덴도드베 타도게 디지 두야게 싸와디 가르스나 대화장으로서 어디시에다
So then we ask in terms of that future life, what is the method to secure bliss there, well-being there, happiness there? Well, the door of entering the doctrine is refuge, but also over and above that, you want to have bliss, a more permanent bliss, and that is faith. So it is faith that is the cause of that permanent well-being as well.
한단다 당연히 어디지 다들 잠도 주들라 직바단 대화스로 직바단 대화니래 간라되는 저스트웨 주 젤레드네 저스트웨 유 sabject 시디난 거 당보들라니 저스트웨 주스도 가래서는 잠도 써야 돼 당오버로 하는 거죠 잠도 써야 돼 잠도 라야 돼 간주 줄여요 수수주 간주 주게 셈지 잠도 써야 돼 짭도 세도 치코랑 가서 짭도 짭유 군조 숨기 초수 랑게 심디야 도 심디 가르도 거래랑 다디 잠도 오면 레들리 그때 다 군조 성아 직강의 동에 가래 태베이나 잠니다 군조 숨랑 이 삼제 무슨 이지다 르게 버저로 딜라 잠도 쓰거다 디고 당들
So the going through those fourfold attributes of refuge, cause, object, mode of refuge, and advice how to train. That first one, cause, we've said that there was faith and fear. Well, actually, kyab dro, this word in Tibetan, literally go for direction, go for refuge. We have that in our mind, isn't it? That is actually in our mind. Why? Because our mind are going towards the three rare sublime ones, towards that direction. And whatever we face, it has to be a heartfelt, whatever I face, there will be only that, those three valid sublime ones.
제가 기승원조데 아니 동해 삼바도 로송아 냐외 동해다다 이다 동해 둔드 동해 미 동해 삼바도 다 동해 삼바디 제가 동해 디삼나 동해들 직배 직라로 직으로 동해라 동해 직바단 대와세 다디 니 동해를 껴베 누바디 술레이메 따고로 당서 데다윤데 다디 군조숨라 요 이체바다 아니 대발레윤데 아니 신두다 다 잠도 치는미시 요 레멘도 삼지 다 균이디 야고지 메나 잠도 야고지 연구요 말바 잠도 규티로 대단디 기생원조디 딩원라 아니 동해고디 셰송아
Prior to this, we looked at the difficulties of the lower realms, those beings going through tremendous sufferings in the hell worlds, degrading spirits, hungry ghosts, and animals. And if you really think about the conditions they're going through, you will get some fear there. And then, under the condition of that caution or fear, seeing that the three sublime ones, or the three jewels, only have the potential to afford you the protection from those fears or possible lower realms, then the faith in that brings in the second cause, that they can afford you that safe direction. So therefore, without those two, your refuge will not be very stable, not strong.
인데 다 알아서 뒤에 검자인데 알아서 당고 미기 동해로 수수게 아니 동해 수수게 동해 냐야 된대 뒤에 동해 된대 요나 다야고 요래로 동해 모여서만이 팽거로 제가 좀 된데 이제 당고 전불링을 총고 당고 동해 시버차 송도 제가 알아서 사전 여월에 풍부디 동해베란시리에 송거다 디시고 여러와 디시야디 수수 동해를 수수 루딘라 되는 시나 야고쇼죠로 아니 드네네 툰도도도 담이기 통하여 이제 툰도도도라 동해 가져도록 알랭아란종 예영이 미도도라 동해 한제도 지난지 미 당부 사월에 토디 다 그런데 그뭐 당부 기부 요설에와 메제 야고 요설에 안데네 자지동 아니 계자시에다 아니 되네 동해 직시에인데 다대 딜라 동해 망고도 알아 어드레샤라 나 동해 대신 영어도 날 동해 치 메시님이 당해 치 메시님이 지가 메즈나 통뇨메 저런 통뇨에 베스 나 단다 통뇨메 된대 동해 치 메강해 치 메시님이 지 통뇨메스나
So therefore, when you go through your suffering in the human realm, that's okay, because one has to recognize that reality. The first thing Lord Buddha said when he turned the wheel of Dharma was no suffering. What did it mean? It meant to know that the five aggregates, the five contaminated aggregates subject to clinging are in that very nature of dissatisfaction, and you apply that to your body and you recognize it. Well, you can also recognize it with regards to animals around you. Look at their predicament. Well, coming back to humans around us, when you meet someone new, for the first time, it might seem to you like, oh, they seem sweet. Not sweet, but as in they're doing all right.
Sweet.
They're really happy. But as you have a cup of tea and start talking to them, this and that, they'll start telling you where they are, and then you'll start to see, oh, maybe I'm a bit better off than them after all. In short, I've never met anyone in life that has no issues. Have you? Have any of you met anyone in life with no issues, no problem?
다 그래.
Difficult.
제가 배나 먼저 자오르면서 먼저 진레스 이어서네 강의 동에 왜 넘버 땡기도 알아봐. 집안 남면간을 비기도 하대. 나자 유네 뱅가 비고라 대 동에로. 로야. 먼저 자오르면서 로. 아니 세오르면서 가는 가지 라마데. 아니 스틸 탄담 데 로야. 나자라 돼서. 데 나자라 봐. 동에로 봐대. 제가 이나야 동에 당連치다다 로정 냠내다 근데 얘기 동에 한주 셈베 냠내라야 지체야 닝제야 제래 쳐야돼 베드 상담 벨로가르다 그냥요 로가요 루그 두시차네 동에 용고 알다
Okay. So, His Holiness, who is a manifestation of the compassion of all the Buddhas, Chandrakirti, had to go to hospital with gallbladder problems and have his gallbladder removed. So that appeared like he was suffering, manifesting suffering, and Lama Zopa having a stroke, right? Manifesting a stroke and appearing to go through that. But actually, in the mind training sense, those sufferings are what the bodhisattvas take on the path as a means. That's different from a situation where when you have a contaminated set of aggregates, that's just in the nature of suffering.
다단다 말아서 류를 동에다 나자든데 유나 네 배워라. 다 동에데 captum이 수도 상당 그래라.
So in reality, if you're going through physical sickness, you should think, well, that's not too bad, because then the next stage is, well, what do I take refuge in to get rid of that one?
다디 겨와체고다. 루그 동에서디 잠로체네세 베다 잠로식 좀 쉬어요는 시버 잠레미시 공부시다래. 셈게 동에디 잠로 세게 올다. 더 겨와체고다.
Now, but we must discriminate here. To take refuge and be alleviated of physical sufferings, it is rare, but on a mental level, to get over these mental sufferings through conviction and refuge, very workable.
어디세다? 다디네 안 동에들레 교회 누가 군졌습니다. 산제군주 쇼군주 되일라. 다 알아서 되게 많자 된시고 때데 장요로. 장디. 아니 산제군주의 연대, 초군주의 연대, 다래 초군주의 연대요나. 먼저 돈인 웃음도 별로들에, 곡대래 동해단 태버래. 아직 동해단 태버든 내지 연나다. 말 고도 봐. 아니, 뭔데기 태워라야 돼 거라. 봐. 어디래 거라. 뭔데기 태워라야 돼 거라. 뭔데 태워래는데 말래 더 곡대 and when not doing usum dona, less at the saga mar, Canada, kissing a machine, doing usum dona, emotion the jet, but condo chetarda. Out that in day in the knowledge go to her. And in Tash into Susu Chogunjo Jamwer is at it. That's Susugula go to the channel. The Jambro said, Susu sim the Jaguars was part of the channel. Did could you do a Jambro said, sick the quad dash into Leon Wododa.
So then, thinking you have heard of the qualities of the three rare sublime ones relating to the Four Noble Truths. You've had that teaching. And in terms of taking refuge in those valid objects of Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, we have to know what are the qualities of each of the objects of refuge individually. So looking at the qualities of Buddha, the Buddha has in his or her mind wisdom, consciousness, realizing reality. This is a true cessation in which the mind is completely free of suffering. So then you think, I would be wonderful if I could reach that state of having a mind that had no suffering permanently. So therefore, right there, you have a longing faith. You are longing to actualize that true cessation. How wonderful if I got the valid wisdom consciousness that directly realizes the lack of intrinsic nature of phenomena. Because if you get that valid path consciousness, you don't create any new karmic volition wherein you suffer. We've talked about it before, haven't we? Being overpowered by negative emotions. Well, of course, in true cessation, there's none of that. Here, you come to see that the Dharma jewel, that second jewel, is the real thing. So in the context of going for a refuge, the mind becomes that refuge.
That's so simple.
Yeah. So when your mind becomes that true cessation, well, that's the real protection, isn't it? That's the real refuge there.
근데 냠린 신이데 다 간중에 춘주간라 통해서 계시죠. When I was young, I told some story. I think some people don't know, but story is very good experience. When I was young, one Gishi, and I think he knows in next life he will become he can choose next rebirth, right?
Yeah.
And then one day he went in the town. One lady, she's very good heart, I think. And he said, "Please give me one night guest house, right? Or guest house." And she told, "Of course, you're welcome anytime. Are you stay tonight here?" She said, "No, I'm next time coming. And he coming back and return this Geshe. And Geshe passed away. And then next year, and this lady has baby, She has baby. She had baby. And then the baby first speech talking, and he said, "Thank you. You give me guest house. Now my house is there, Return. This is my house." And then we accept Geshe's reincarnation, And he's still alive in Tibet. And then all very very happy that not lost their teacher again coming back. And then big ceremony I went there, so then for 5 years old, then they took send in retreat. And then 7 years old, I think he is 8 years old. And then retreat place, there are lots of monks, and they need to build a big similar this meditation temple. And develop lots of beams, pillars. And then they need wood, And that time they said, "Nobody, we don't have wood." And he said, I have wood, I have wood. And then his mother said, "You give me this tree, give wood. My family has a big forest, similar this wood, and 100 something like that." And then he told her, they're offering him, the family offering him past life. And he remember, you're offering past life, this is my tree. And monastery said, "What do you want? You cut there." And this family said, "Of course, this is Geshe's tree, It's very nice experience, story. When I was young, it is very common. Most of our country people knows this. Something there. 즉 여보다 템포래 세보셔 즉 제베이나 이제전 이제다 이제디고 이제면은 단도 대박선 대화도 이제면은 추가 자와 이제는 대발에다. 이제 대발래야 땅 안아도 넘져라 롭전 치해야 돼 약셔도. 롭전 제베이나 딱 템바시 최저디게 통도 아 근데 지연은 안 알고 거뒀네. 들어와. 아니 그 템보다 이제 신의 대화도서 대화 템보다 이제 템보 차그로 차그도.
There is something there in terms of the possibility of the faith, and something can help one, but that has to come from the faith of conviction, and really that is the root of Dharma, the faith. So how does one cultivate that? Here in the West, the best method is to study, to know the Four Truths and their particular attributes. And then, having understood that, one's faith becomes stable, time of death and so forth.
다딜라 뒤주네 원한서 삼당으로 가르치는 게 삼당으로는 대화도 동의면 대화도 자와래 원한 상만 대화도 뒤지도고로 동의도고요 말어 좀제 대두고다.
Why do we have to think like that? Well, it's a basic, given that we all want to be happy and we do not want to suffer. So this is a method.
알레다 드린 건다디 로야 라무송 베지 로야 라무송 다게 뭐 단다디 신행 엔도미지 데미지 디 지조 군조스니 디 디신 점도신 템포 사이즈도 고네마시 어디서 불러시는 디도.
Okay. So tonight we didn't get the opportunity to recite all of the hymn.
고네마시 디사.
But yeah. But we will start from where it says, can everyone see, although there's no certainty that after death, I think...
Page 5, halfway down.
Kone marda. Start beginning to the last this one.
Oh yeah, sorry. Start from the beginning and stop there.
The audio.
Sorry, mine... Oh yeah, it is page 5. You're right. I lost the numbers on this somehow. So we have to stop after that verse.
Yeah. Audio.
I can do it.
Yeah, you can do.
I bow my head to you, foremost of the Shakyas, whose body is formed by 10 million perfections, virtues, and excellence, whose speech fulfills the hopes of infinite transmigratory beings, whose mind perceives all objects of knowledge. I prostrate to Manjushri and Madhya, whose emanations sport in innumerable universes, assuming the responsibility of all the conqueror's conduct. You are the supreme sons of the fearless teacher. I prostrate at the feet of Nagarjuna and Sangha, ornaments of Janvadika, renowned throughout the 3 levels, who compose commentaries in accordance with the intention on the mother of the conquerors so hard to fathom. I bow to Dipankara Atisha, holder of the treasury of instructions, that gathers together the important points completely and unmistakably. Of the paths of profound view and vast conduct, the excellent lineages descending from the 2 great charioteers. I prostrate respectfully to the spiritual teachers, eyes that see all the infinite scriptures, who with skillful means, moved by compassion, clarify the supreme entryway for the fortunate travelling to liberation. The stages of the path to enlightenment are the excellent lineage handed down from Nagarjuna and Sangha, the crown ornaments of the wise of Janvadika, the banners of fame resplendent among transmigratory beings. This instruction, the king of powerful jewels, fulfills all the desired aims of the 9 types of being, and in the ocean of glorious and excellent explanations, gathering in the rivers of 1,000 fine scriptures. Through it, you can realize that all the teachings are without contradiction. Understanding all the scriptures as an instruction, easily find the attention of the conqueror, and to be protected from the abyss of very faulty conduct. Therefore, this supreme instruction is relied on by many fortunate ones, the wise beings of Tibet and India. What analytical person would not be captivated by the stages of the path of the 3 types of beings? Contemplate the meaning of this method that gathers the essence of all the scriptures,
Even teaching or hearing a single session definitely gathers great waves of the assembled benefits of explaining or listening to the Holy Dharma. Rely correctly and with effort in thought and action on the holy spiritual friend, the teacher of the path, and the foundation perfectly bringing auspiciousness. For all the excellent collections of this and future lives, having seen this, do not give him up even at the cost of your life, and please him with the offering of practicing just as they instruct. You, the perfect Guru, practiced in this way. I, who am seeking liberation, will also practice in this way. This body of pleasure, more precious than a wish-fulfilling jewel, is found but once. Though difficult to obtain again, it finishes as quickly as lightning in the sky. Having reflected in this way, realizing that all worldly activities are like wind and chaff, you must take its essence day and night. You, the perfect Guru, practiced in this way. I, who am seeking liberation, will also practice in this way. Although there is no certainty that after death, you will not be reborn in the bad migrations, the three restive blind ones will definitely protect you from this fear. Therefore, steadfastly take refuge in them, and never degenerate their precepts. In addition, think well about the results of black and white actions, and depend upon the correct practice of to be adopted and that to be rejected. You, the perfect Guru, practiced in this way. I, who am seeking liberation, will also practice in this way.
Ade Hamadi Chiranzu Shad Nangla Palo Shanayagur.
Remaining verses we should read when we get home or during the week in our rooms.
Kadulo Nandir.
Whenever you want to read them, it is good to recite.
When you happy month this is
Page 31 of the short mandala. Page 33 for prayers of dedication. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of Guru Buddha and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish but increase more and more. Whatever slight positive potential I may have created by paying homage, offering and acknowledging my faults, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddha stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for full awakening. I dedicate all these fruits of virtue with a dedication praised as the best, by the victorious ones thus gone of the 3 times, so that I might perform the noble bodhisattva's deeds. May the King of Dharma, Tsongkhapa's way of Dharma practice flourish. May the omens of obstacles be pacified, and all the conducive circumstances be complete. The wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world, through the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. Savior of the snowland teachings and transmigration beings, who makes extremely clear